We are here at the Jet Shark. The Jet Shark is basically a fighter jet on the water. It's got a Corvette motor. It's air conditioned and everything. This is one of the coolest boats I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if I should call it a boat or a submarine, but here's the designer, Robert.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hey.
Thanks for coming.
He's gonna take us through the Jet Shark and show us the unique features of it.
Come on, let's go for a ride. So this is the Jet Shark. It's a 4-seater version of our Sea Breacher. You've probably seen the Sea Breachers on YouTube and TikTok.
The Sea Breacher's the 2-seater?
Yeah, it's a submersible watercraft. It jumps, it dives. It's registered as a regular boat, but you can do amazing freestyle tricks. And they look like dolphins, sharks, killer whales. But the Jet Shark, this is the Cadillac of submersible watercraft. We've got 4 cushy seats there with suspension. We've got an air-conditioned cockpit. We've got all electro-hydraulic controls by Bandsbag. Look at this, I can even do it by remote. How trick is that?
So what do you call these? Stabilizers, fins?
So, no, this really works exactly like an airplane. So you have 3 axes of controls, pitch, roll, and yaw, just like a plane. When we get inside the cockpit, you'll get to see the controls very much like a plane. A lot of pilots get the hang of it. So these are our dive planes, and effectively they suck the whole boat underwater because this boat is not like a submarine. It's positively buoyant. So the only way that you dive is to basically force it underwater using a lot of horsepower. And the moment you lose power, it just instantly pops to the surface.
Excellent. Okay, so you're essentially pulling the boat underwater.
Correct. Yep.
And these are basically wings that can give you upward propulsion, or they can give you downward propulsion.
Yeah, so if I want to go into a dive, I'm going to put them down like that. If I want to roll, I can do them independently, like ailerons on a plane. I also have elevators and vectored jet thrust at the back.
Wow.
So yeah, you can do some pretty crazy tricks with these things.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Now you said this is air conditioned?
Yeah. So obviously in Florida it gets a little toasty here, a little humid. So we made sure that we got full air conditioning inside this cockpit. You can drive the boat with the canopy fully open like this, just like a regular boat, or you can close it down, and we have pneumatic aircraft seals. They inflate and basically keep you completely dry inside. We've got these nice new stainless steel Bandsbag lifting struts that opens and closes the canopy, so you know, it's pretty buttery like that. You want to get inside the cockpit?
Oh man, absolutely.
Sure, let's
all right,
see if we can take for a drive.
Guys, this is amazing. Guys, look at this. We were in the Jet Shark, and I'm telling you, this feels like a fighter jet. This thing is incredible. Rob, show me through the dash here.
Yeah, so we've got full electronic instrumentation. It's full glass cockpit. So as you can see, I've got a snorkel camera up on top. So even when we're in a dive, we can see what's underwater. You know, this is how it will jump out like that. You can go through. We've got air conditioning, and then you've got full instrumentation on both sides. We actually have throttles here. So we use finger throttles because you need quite responsive throttle. And this is a yoke like on an aircraft. So that's your pitch.
Oh,
right?
wow, okay.
That's we've got twin controls right now, so I can actually teach you to drive. That's our roll control, and then you use foot pedals to steer.
Okay, excellent. So the foot pedals are turning what? My rear?
That's turning like a boat. So that's left and right. So you can cruise. You don't even need to hang on to this. You can just drive with that. We can switch throttles from either my side to your side. Okay. And then if you want to roll, you basically will roll the boat like that, independently of the steering. And then when you go into a dive, you'll push it in, give it a lot of throttle. And then when you want to jump, you just pull that back
and just launch this thing. Wow. Okay, so go back to that snorkel. So this camera right here, this is all the way up in the snorkel. So no matter what, even when we're underwater, we're just going to see blue right here through the canopy.
Correct.
But we're always going to have an upward view so we can look ahead.
And we also have a rear-facing camera as well, because you want to have a 360-degree view around you.
Excellent.
And we can cruise just below the water. We've got a full stereo system, Kicker marine audio system.
Oh man, okay, excellent. So we have GPS or no?
You've got GPS on here. We've got all sorts of stuff. So there are your different camera views that you can look at. We'll even have an underwater dive cam there. That's the different boat modes. But yeah, we've basically made it pretty comfortable.
Amazing, that's incredible. And where are the air conditioning vents?
So air conditioning is right here. Yeah, and there's your air conditioning system.
Oh, air conditioning.
It's got to be in the water for the AC to work because it's air cooled. But yeah, and we can basically just teach people to drive. A lot of these are going to be geared towards commercial operations where a trained pilot will take people for rides. Right now this is a 4-seater, but we'll also have a 5-seater and a 6-seater.
Okay, so on yachts, everything like that.
You bet. Yeah, a lot.
Tours.
We're getting a lot of interest from yacht owners as, you know, as a tender or just a toy to play around in. And the cool thing is you don't, you know, people think, oh, it's going to be claustrophobic, but we can drive it like this, full speed, canopies wide open. If you want to get crazy, we just close down these canopies like this, pull it down, latch it, and then we'll actually inflate the pneumatic seals, and that keeps all of the water out.
Oh, pneumatic seals.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
So that's what makes it watertight. So we can actually go into a dive.
Excellent.
And then if you want a passenger, look back and just, you know, kick back, look at the ocean.
So essentially you
around
have a giant skylight here.
It's an inside-out fishbowl, basically.
It's luxury.
Yeah.
We just took a look at the cockpit. We're going to take a look at the power plant. Robert, show us what we're
So
working
here's
with
the heart of the beast. This is a 6.2 liter Kodiak Marine V8. It's basically a marinized version of a Corvette engine. This one will put out about 430 horsepower. The next one we're building though actually has a supercharged 575 horsepower engine. That's a Ford Raptor engine.
Whoa.
We use a Hamilton jet drive, but we modify it. We actually have vectored thrust and 2 axes, so we can move that jet thrust up and down and left and right. And then here you can see the pneumatic aircraft seals. So again, the engine bay and the cockpit.
Beautiful. And then there's your, this is your intake snorkel here?
Yeah, so there's actually an air intake on the top of the snorkel, and then you have cameras and FLIR system up on the top, so you can see where you're going at day and night. And then the snorkel is divided into 3 chambers, so you can get separate air for the cockpit and the engine bay.
Okay.
But yeah, basically you cannot dive deeper than that air intake because the engine will start to lose power and then it will automatically return to the surface.
Okay, so that's our lifeline there. So when we're strapped in, we're jumping, we're diving, that's our lifeline.
You can't go deeper than that.
Excellent. Awesome.
Nice.
Wow. The Jet Shark is an incredible piece of engineering. And in order to run something like this, you need very accurate precision controls. So I'm going to take you over here to Bonsbach. They designed all the motion controls for the Jet Shark. This is Leslie. She's going to run us through. Leslie, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Leslie's going to run us through all the controls, the actuators, and show us how this thing actually is controlled.
So we help with all the motion control for this device. Our gas springs hold the lid up, and then our actuators are actually helping with the fin to stabilize it. This is our underwater actuator.
Is this electric or is
It's
this
electric. Yeah, it's an electric actuator.
Okay.
The beautiful part of our actuators is that they're linear, so the motor is included as part of the actuator itself.
So that's the only, so you don't need some thing
External
sitting somewhere
components
else or whatever. Nothing leaking oil, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. Like it's beautiful how they work.
Where do you manufacture all these controls?
So the parts are manufactured in Germany.
Okay.
So they're like really, really good.
Top tier.
Yes, super like reliable.
Unbelievable. I've never seen quality like this. Looks incredible.
Excellent.
And thank you so much for letting us take a look at the Jet Shark. Thanks again.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good day.
Guys, if you can't afford one of these regular yachts out here, that's okay. You can get an inflatable yacht. This is the Gosun Inflatable Yacht, and this thing only costs $15,000. They're actually running a show special, and I think it's only $12,000, which is incredible for what this thing is. It includes the motor, the solar panels, the whole shebang. This thing's awesome. Come take a look at this. The Gosun Inflatable Yacht deflates and it packs into about a 2-foot by 4-foot package, so you can actually put this in the back of an SUV. Now this thing actually has 4 chambers. So it's got the upper chamber, the side chambers, and the lower chambers. That makes up the structure of the yacht. And then it has these little bench lounger things that you can inflate. You can kick back on these as well. The Gosun comes in 2 different models. So you can get it with this helm here. It's got the traditional steering wheel. So if you're going for long distances and you just want to cruise around, that's really handy to have that. You can also get it with the tiller handle model. So if you want a little more space on the deck here, you can have this deck wide open and you can get the motor that has the tiller handle on it, which I actually like that. It leaves you more room on the inside, a little more room for coolers, food, and for having a lot of fun. Now let me show you up top. You can even go on top of this yacht. You can lounge up top. There's solar panels up there, which help keep the batteries charged. Let's take a look. This is the top part. Here's the solar panels right here. These solar panels are gonna help you extend your range and cruising time during the day. You've got a nice solid deck, so you can lounge up here in your chairs. And of course, you got your lights and your markers and all that, so you're legal when you're out on the water. So this thing is totally built for fun. Now here is the helm right here. You got your steering wheel here, and then you've got your throttle right here, slower, faster. You also have a display so you can get an idea of how much power you got in your batteries. It even has estimated cruising range so you know how far you're gonna be able to take it. Obviously, the deck, everything's super sturdy so you can add in your coolers, everything like that. Keep your drinks nice and cold. Now this model is for up to 6 people or 1,500 pounds, I believe. Here's the outboard motor that propels the Gosun. It's an all-electric motor and it's got the batteries built right in the top here. The battery is totally waterproof and it also floats. So if you disconnect the battery, drop it in the water, no big deal. You just pick it right back up. It's all good to go. This has a top speed of 6 miles an hour. So it's not very fast, but this thing is just made for cruising slow and having fun. And it has about a 2 to 3 hour cruising range on the motor, depending on how you use it. So the Gosun inflates with a standard raft inflator like this. Here's a wired one. You can also use battery powered ones like that. Standard raft inflator will blow this thing up in about, oh, they told me about 20 minutes. I mean, this is a ton of air in here, but you end up with a massive structure when it's all inflated like that. Boarding ladders, helm, you've got the handhold so you can climb up top. And this one is a flat bottom model, but they also make it in a catamaran model, I guess for maybe more aerodynamic cruising through the water, something like that. But guys, the Gosun yacht is so cool. Probably the cheapest yacht you'll ever be able to buy. We're here at Old Town Kayaks. They have an incredible new product. This is the e-pedal battery-powered kayak, so it gives you the best of both worlds. It's a pedal-powered kayak, but it also has electric assist to it. Now I got Jason here. Jason's from Old Town. He's gonna run us through the new features on the Old Town kayak. Jason?
Thanks for having us,
Good to meet you, man.
We've got Old Town's new EPDL Plus. This is the first of its kind in the kayak industry where we have incorporated the features of not only a pedal drive kayak, but an assisted pedal as well. So you can see here you have your traditional pedal drive, but the advantage is in the 36 volt, 20 amp hour lithium battery that it has.
Okay.
So when you deploy it down, you have the ability to pedal it like a traditional pedal drive. When you turn the unit on, it has a full color LCD display. And when you put it on, now you have the e-assist, just like an e-bike, but now an e-kayak. You can also turn it on cruise control mode. And essentially when you turn it on cruise control mode, now it will just automatically run all by itself.
All right, so it's the beginning of the day, you're getting out, you want some exercise. So you can do strictly pedal.
Strictly pedal,
no
yes.
power assist. And then when you're getting a little bit tired, you can throw in pedal and electric power.
So you can throw in the assist mode, and then at the end of the day, say the wind has kicked up, the tide has switched direction, or the current has kicked up, you can now just put it into full cruise mode to where the motor takes over 100%. You can sit back, rig baits, look at tides, do whatever the case may be, fight, battle fish.
Okay, so you, in full, you don't even have to pedal.
Don't have to pedal
now
at all.
let me ask you a question. Does the pedal's not going around by your feet, are
No,
they?
sir, no.
Okay, so that motor's just cranking away down
Yep,
there.
there is a
all
clutch
by
and
itself.
everything. If you ever want to disengage it, you just pedal backwards and the prop will stop.
Okay, excellent. Now, where's the battery located?
So battery is located underneath the seat.
Oh, okay, excellent.
It's essentially a built-in rechargeable 36 volt, 20 amp hour lithium battery.
Okay. All right.
Stored there underneath.
Oh,
the
excellent.
seat.
Okay, so you could field replace it. Like
Yeah,
you could have
most
multiple
certainly.
batteries.
You can have multiple batteries. We have one and a spare just sitting here ready to go. If you were out on the water, again, you would just kind of want to kneel forward, reach behind your seat, undo that, plug the new one in, and you're ready to go.
Excellent. Now, what kind of range are you getting per battery?
So those are going to vary, obviously, depending on the conditions and such that you're in. With the assist mode on level 1 or 2, you're looking at about 30 to 40 hours of run time.
30 hours. Oh, wow. Okay.
As soon as you speed up and you go into that 3, 4, or 5,
Yeah.
it gets progressively much quicker.
Okay.
Full speed, you're running about 3 to 4 hours, and that's no assist, just battery.
Okay.
But with the assist on, you're looking at 6 to 8 hours.
Right, so it really varies. Okay, I really like that because you can go really hard and not worry about ever getting stranded. You always know, hey, I can paddle
And
this
then
thing
you've
back.
always got the pedal drive drive. Again, you can pedal it without the battery in it, without it turned on. So you always have the option to do the pedal drive itself. And there, you really don't feel much resistance at all when you're in the water.
Excellent. So standard package, what's it come with? Stadium chair,
Basically, your
rails,
seating,
what do you got?
everything you see that, the battery itself, everything is pre-wired. You're really in that about $59.99, so just under $6,000.
Really? Okay, that's an excellent price for what you're getting here.
For, again, having the best of both worlds with both the pedal drive, motorized features, or any combination of the two with the e-assist is really nice with the EPDL.
Awesome, excellent. Well, hey, Jason, I appreciate
My
you
pleasure,
showing me
man.
the products.
Thank you so much, man. You guys have a great afternoon.
One of the funnest new water toys out on the ocean are electric surf jets. And this is one of the coolest ones I've seen yet. This is the MoJet electric surfboard. Come take a look at this thing. This is Benjamin. He is from MoJet. He's gonna show us the features of the surfboard. Benjamin, good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
All right, Benjamin, I see the electric jet here. Now, I'm noticing that this one looks a little bit shorter than the others. What's going on here with this?
Yeah, that's the MoJet electric jetboard, and we have different types. So this one is the body module. You can also go diving.
So this one can actually dive down?
Yes, can dive down. We
Okay.
call it duck diving, so it's not 50 meters, something like that. It's 4
Right.
meters, 5 meters.
Right.
And it's also possible to drive about the surface like
Okay.
bodyboarding very fast.
Yeah.
50 kilometers per hour. When
Wow,
you're in the
wait, I'm
waves-
sorry, wait, what did you just say? How
Yes,
fast?
50 kilometers, 34 knots, around about that.
You can go 30 knots on this thing?
Yes.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
incredible. Oh my gosh.
Very short, very short. Also for heavyweight people, you can go gliding. Yeah?
That is the fastest I've ever
Yes.
heard. Okay, so basically you can buy, so this module can be the bodyboard and it can be a surfboard? Is that what we got?
Yeah, that's a surfboard, and I will show you how to change. So
Okay.
now that's after I go drive with a bodyboard,
Yep.
you can remove.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Front of the board comes right off.
and this one the jetboard now.
Excellent, okay.
Now you have to fix it, close it.
Right, so we lock it in.
This one, this side.
So this is, what is this, 2 meter, 6 foot?
It's 2 meter 10.
Okay. Wow, all right. Now I'm assuming the battery units go down in here?
Yeah, 2 batteries. So
Okay.
we charge both batteries on the same time.
Yep.
And both 2 batteries, so we have 2 times of 50 voltage.
Okay.
Combined to 100 voltage. That's why we have 20 horsepower as a peak.
Okay.
And it's a very powerful jetboard.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 small batteries, lightweight, and very good cool, so you can charge direct after riding.
How heavy would you say that is?
It's 8.4 kilogram each.
8 kilos, so it's 17 pounds?
Yeah.
Something like that? Okay, yeah. I see that there's a boat over there that says MoJet. Now
Yes.
what's,
So it's modular.
oh, modular, modular. Okay.
Modular, the power
Yep.
unit's always the same.
All right, so this is the fishing skiff right here, MoJet fishing skiff, and so the power unit goes, how does it lock into here?
Yeah, the same, like to combine the jetboard to the power unit
Yep.
with this small tool, and you need 1 minute, put it in, click this one, and it's fixed.
Okay, excellent. So it's the same propulsion unit right there. So you buy the base unit and then what, you can buy the add-on pieces, or can you buy them all in one package?
Yeah, so you can buy in one package.
Yep.
So the diving module, the jetboard, the fishing boat or tender boat, or the rescue boat, whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we-
Excellent. Benjamin, I really love the product. It's very creative. I like the all-in-one. I like the modular. So, hey, thank you so much for running me through everything.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. For all you cyclists out there who love getting your exercise by pedaling, we've got one of the coolest products for you here. This is the Schiller Water Bike. So it's essentially an inflatable catamaran almost with a bicycle on top of it, so you can literally bike right across the ocean. This is John from Nautical Ventures. He's gonna show us the Schiller Water Bike. John, how you doing, man?
Hey, good to see you.
Hey,
Thanks
all
for
right.
joining us.
Let's see what we got here, man. Okay, so let's start with the floats here. These are just
Yes.
basically like paddleboard floats, or what are they?
Yes, they're very similar to a paddleboard, so it's going to feature that drop stitch technology, which means you can get them very firm without having to go to a really high PSI.
Okay.
Really saves the life of your inflatable.
Yep.
These easily attach to the bike just with push button connections here.
Okay.
We have running boards here which remove with Velcro. So this whole bike will break down just to the frame as well. So it works for really easy storage.
So could you transport this in a car or SUV? What?
Yes, absolutely. I would say a larger car or any SUV you could easily transport this to.
Excellent.
Everything will break down to just the frame of the bike here. Okay. Handlebars will remove, your pontoons, your struts, everything will break down.
Awesome. Now I see this one has like a big deck on it and this one doesn't. Is this just for convenience? And
yes, so the front deck is an option which you can add to any Schiller bike. It'll allow you to carry up to 2 people or a cooler full of ice, whatever you want to use it for.
Awesome, dude. I really like this, man. You can put snorkel gear on here, all that, and roll out to...
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome.
The Schiller bike has a lot of really cool purposes. I mean, if you can ride a bike, you can ride a Schiller water bike. Whether you want something just to cruise the canals and enjoy the waterway, or you're looking for an exercise bike that you can take out on the water instead of contending with traffic on the roads.
Nice. Okay, so I see that it's belt-driven, not chain-driven.
Correct, yes. Okay. Which really helps in a saltwater environment.
Is there any gear ratios to it, or you just basically...
No, it's just one gear.
Okay.
The Schiller bike can be pretty fast, though. This can get up around 7 or 8 knots when you're really hard pedaling.
Oh, impressive. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Very cool. All right, now, the $1 million question, how much does it cost? What's the retail?
So the Schiller water bike starts at $54.95.
Okay, all right, $54.95.
If you want to ride it in the water.
I didn't bring any wet stuff.
Yeah, you wouldn't get wet riding this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to.
I'd love to do that. Yeah. I mean, if I accidentally get wet, I don't care. I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally, man. Yeah.
They're gonna let me get on the Schiller water bike in the aqua zone, and I did not bring any wet clothes with me, so hopefully I don't wipe this thing out in front of everybody, but it looks really stable, so I think we're gonna be okay. They're getting it in right now. Let me jump in there. How stable is this thing?
Oh, super stable.
Super stable, okay. Yeah.
Schiller bike.
Schiller bike. We're getting on the Schiller bike. Good.
Looks like it. Just keep an eye on this.
Here we go, man.
Push that Joey forward the side.
The steering is a little bit awkward, a little hard to get used to the steering, but the board's incredibly stable. I mean, this thing is so wide that I'm really not worried about flipping or falling off. It's just this pool is a little bit hard to navigate because of how big the board is. But actually, look at this. Very, very good turning radius on this thing. Hey, David, can you hand me that camera? Look at this, guys. This is not smart. This is a $2,500 camera I've got floating above the water here. Incredibly stable. I really like the steering. I was a little bit nervous at first on this, but the steering is actually very responsive and you can steer very, very sharp. You can see this is not a huge pool, and I am managing to do figure eights, turnarounds, and all that in here. John, very cool. Thanks for showing us the Schiller bike, man.
Thanks for having us.
We love it. All right, guys, this is a $13,000 inflatable Flamingo that you can buy. Check this thing out. It can hold up to 14 people and over 10,000 pounds of weight. Come take a look at this. It's essentially made as the same material as an inflatable paddleboard, but it's got like multiple ports. You would have to spend a long time blowing this thing up, but once you blow it up, look at this. This thing is like 9-foot tall Flamingo. This thing is so epic, guys. You could have the most fun out on the water that you've ever had with a giant $13,000 inflatable Flamingo.